Alright everybody, I've got a real quick video, something that I did not go over in class, but this is actually going to be a really good video for everybody when we're dealing with FISDAP and putting your time in correctly. And I want to make sure that everybody understands this. Like I said, this goes across anybody's disciplines here, and we can actually accurately track your times, okay? Usually we tell you, hey, call in. Let us know if you're going to be late. Let us know if, you get held over or something of that nature. Again, most of our ER clinicals or static clinical site, that's not a big deal. But when you're riding, let's say, a rescue or an ambulance, they have a chance to go over time. And I want to show you guys how to put that in correctly in FISDAP. So here we go. We're going to break this down, and I've got my FISDAP screen up here. And so obviously I've got a bunch of other things on mine, but if you go to your skills and patient care, and I'm gonna borrow Mr. Alabal here for this one. But again, you remember for your guys's, it's gonna automatically pop up to this little screen here that's got everybody's shifts on it. Okay. And you're like, okay, and so what we're going to do is go down here, and let's say we're going to use his from yesterday, and actually he was driving to work the other day when I called him on the phone and found out, you know what, he wasn't there on time. And so this is how we're going to fix that. So as you pull up this screen, there's this little pencil here that says edit shift, and we're going to click on that. So let's say he got held over that day, okay? Not only was he late, but he didn't get there until 8:15 in the morning, 8:15 in the morning, and then but he got held over, let's say, 2 hours, okay? So again, what was the duration of his clinical? Now that's where you might have to do a little math here. Guys, keep it simple. Use what I call the quarter method. Kind of round it off to the quarter hour is my recommendation here. Let's say for the purposes that he didn't get off until 12:15 in the morning, okay? So that would have given him 16 hours of clinical time. So I go down here to this little area right here, and I changed it from 14 to 16, and then that would, again, and by the way, if you've got any comments that you need to put in here, like I put in here that, hey, I caught him at here, he was late for clinical. And so this is where we kind of mark, as the instructors, we kind of mark it and say, hey, this is what you did, okay? So again, if you need to change the time, just simply come up here. And again, by the way, he made up his time, by the way, just so you guys know. So there you go. He was saved 14 hours, okay? So let's say that he hadn't made up his time. Technically, that would have been, we got to dock him 13 minutes. So there we go. We would have changed this right here, 13.75 hours, okay? Again, most of the time, the officers are pretty understanding, and they'll let you make up that time, okay? Again, I can't stress enough, though, do not falsify your times. If you falsify your times, that is the 1,000% quick ticket to get thrown out of the program. Okay, let's not do that. All right, so again, if you need to change anything, by the way, when you get done with all your changes, make sure you don't hit cancel, make sure you hit save, and then when it does the totals on this, okay, notice how it's up here and it still says 14 hours, but if I was to change that to, let's say I docked him that 15 minutes and I said 13.75, and I hit save then, and I come back up here, and notice how it now says 13.75 hours, okay? So again, we want accurate tracking of your time, all right? And again, if you're going to be late, I can't stress this enough, call your lead instructor, make sure BJ is aware. Again, life happens, guys, that's okay. It's all right for life to happen. But again, we just need to know about it so that there's not mistakes made as far as your timekeeping, okay? If there's any questions, contact either me and myself or your lead instructor. We'll be more than happy to walk you through this little process right here. And that's it for this video. We'll see ya.